Hello. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mr. Ice. Good morning, Miss Jones. And good morning to all of our El Paso community that's watching today.
Good morning, Miss Case. Good morning, Mr. Ice. Good morning, boys and girls. And good morning, El Paso families.
Hi, everybody. It's February 25th, and we're ready to start our day.
Let's get going.
Yes.
Right. Well, let's do the pledge to the flag, and I'd like to do that today. So if you don't mind, please stand. I invite you to stand. Put your right hand on your heart, and we say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we have several people watching this morning, wishing us good morning, and it's sun shining. I love it. Yesterday was really nice. Did you all get outside any?
Yes, it was beautiful outside. I finally could get out and do some walking and enjoy the sunshine, so I loved it.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Well, do you want to do some celebrations? I know we have a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people for celebrations. Yeah.
No, we don't have a lot of people. I think we have some
for
waiting
all
in
of
the
our
green
other
room.
fun things. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
But we do have.
It's Miss Coots' birthday today. Now, she was busy and wasn't able to come on the show, but happy birthday to Miss Coots. We hope you have a
birthday,
great
Miss Coots.
day.
Yes, I hope she enjoys it. That's
Yeah.
great. Well, and just, today is, we have a board meeting tonight, and they're going to, there will be a vote for return to school. So if that is approved, that we have a return to school date, you'll be getting an email from us tomorrow about some information specific to El Paso, and reaching out, and we'll be contacting you over the next week. So make sure that if you get phone calls from the school or a number you may not even know, that you pick up, because we're just trying to make sure we lock in if you're going to go virtual or in person if we do return, and talk about transportation a little bit. So just be on the lookout for those things in the next day or so if the board approves it for us to go back to in-person learning. So I just wanted to throw that out there as well.
All right.
Mr. Ice, was that the only birthday we had today? Was Miss Coots?
As far as I know, I didn't see any student birthdays today.
Okay, well, that sounds good. Well,
Yeah.
we are ready
for
I was almost not ready, but I
Mr. Ice.
I'm never ready. I have to push the button. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. We are going to welcome in Miss Haverstick. Good morning, Miss Haverstick.
Good morning, everyone.
We could almost have the spotlight on her,
Well, you do have a glow, a little bit light shining on you today, Miss Haverstick.
I'm trying. I
Well,
will
you're doing it
early.
Well, you're doing a great job. And Miss Haverstick is going to honor Emily this morning. Good morning, Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Well, we cannot wait to hear all of the wonderful things Miss Haverstick has to say about you. And we want to know, why did you select Emily this morning for the Student Spotlight?
Well, there are so many amazing things about Emily. And I just met her this year. And she just started playing violin at the beginning of the school year. And she has soared. In the NTI, with the NTI learning, there's so many struggles, and she has found a refuge really in practicing her violin. She must practice a ton, because she has not only done well, and even during her times of struggle, sometimes it's a difficult thing to learn, she pushes through and she keeps asking questions, and I'm able to give her suggestions that she puts into place. She really listens well. And she has done so well. She actually is only a couple of pages away from finishing the whole book that typically takes almost 2 years for a student to learn. So it's really incredible. And that just has to do with her playing ability and her dedication to her instrument. Aside from that, She comes to class on time. She encourages her peers and gives them helpful hints and compliments and really boosts them up. And during our private lesson, she comes in the private lesson prepared and ready to learn every single time. We just finished a unit on composing, and we started out composing. The students started learning on Chrome Music Lab, which is a super fun, free way to compose music. Then they learned all about some African-American composers. And then we had a visitor yesterday in class from YPass, the high school version of LPass, who is a piano student and a composer, who talked to us about computer-generated composing. And Emily, when I was first explaining that we were going to have him as a guest, she said, "Oh, that's just coding with music." So to be able to put two and two together and cross the curriculum is just a really special thing. So I love having her. She brings me light every time I see her.
You know, I was lucky enough to be in your class one day when they were working on their compositions and playing those for the class. And I loved all of them. And I specifically remember how Emily sounded and how she layered all the parts together. It was super cool. So congrats, Emily.
Emily, that is amazing. We are so proud of you. And it's like yesterday, I remember when you were just in kindergarten, but you always have worked hard and you've always done your best, and you accomplish anything you put your mind to. So I am so proud, and I know whatever you decide you want to do when you grow up, you can do it because you work hard and you never, ever give up. So we are so proud of you, and we are so happy you were able to join us this morning on our show. You're very welcome.
There are so many comments over here. I'm just going to pop them up just a little bit quickly here. Get this girl a gold medal. That's from Lorelai and Piper. We have congratulations, Emily. Way to go. Let's see. Emily is rocking it out on piano keyboard too, from Miss Gibson. And then we have down here, Emily's amazing. She was in my kindergarten class and such a role model for her peers and classmates. So I hope you go back and read all those great comments when we get finished here today.
Well, Emily and Miss Haverstick, thank you for joining us today. Emily, you keep up the good work, and you keep being a role model for everyone. And we are so proud of you, and we were so happy that you could join us today too. Bye, Miss Haverstick.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, Emily.
Bye, Emily.
Bye, Emily.
All right.
Thank you.
We're really close.
we
Well,
go.
if you remember last week, we talked about, we gave a shout out to Ms. Haverstick about meeting a student in the parking lot to fix their instrument and give them a lesson. Well, WDRB caught up on that, and they're going to interview her today. So if you get a chance to tune in and watch, that'd be great. So we are so proud of her work and at all the schools that she's at. So my lights just went out. Didn't move enough. Okay. There we go.
You had-
I
to be in the
told you
middle
when I
of the
started
office.
waving my arms for you, your lights came back on.
So, well, I've got several projects to share today, and we have a couple more visitors. But before we bring our visitors in, Miss Rushing, I know she's always watching, and she wanted to give a shout out to Miss Rich's class on having 100% the other day. It's the first she's had 100% in art, and she's very proud of that. But she wanted to share some art that they had been working on in honor of Black History Month, and this is from Alma Woodsey Thomas. And so you're going to see, I'm going to pop up a couple of these, and then I'll close up a little bit. She was the first person to graduate from Howard University with a fine arts degree. And then she was a teacher for a really long time before just sort of working on her own art. And what she focused on was abstract art that looked at how water and light affected and changed the way something may look. She normally used paint, but since our kids might not all have paint at home, they use dry materials in their class. Some of them look like mosaics, so they're super cool. And they hope to be able to paint some in that style of Miss Thomas whenever they get back in person, if we do this year, or even in the fall. So
That was
that's what they've been
amazing.
working on in Miss Rushing's class. I thought they were very cool pieces. It reminded me, Monet would take the same scene at different times of day to see how that affected the way that something looked. And she would use water in that same way, which I think is really cool as well. So now we're going to bring in our special guests from Miss Juliot's class. We have Olivia, and then we have another Emily R. with us today. Hi, ladies.
Good morning.
Hi. So they're going to share just a little bit about their Black History Month projects. And we're going to start out with Emily. And I've got some great pictures from Emily, and I'm going to pop them up here and let her talk a little bit about who she researched. Emily, you can go ahead and let us know, talk a little bit about Miss Baker.
Take yourself off mute, sweetie. Can we take her off mute?
Hang on.
I think I can. Hold one second,
All right.
Emily. Emily was having some issues earlier. Let's see, there we go. Can you do it, Emily?
Emily, can you unmute yourself?
Oh, no, she's gone in.
Oh,
It's okay,
she's
no big
having.
deal.
She's been
We'll
having
start, Olivia.
internet
We'll start with
issues.
you. Yeah, we'll start with you. And then you worked with, studied Bessie Coleman, right? So I'm going to pop up some pictures of the wonderful presentation you did. Can you tell us what you learned about Bessie Coleman?
I learned that Bessie Coleman, she was the first African American female and Native American pilot in the U.S.
Wow, that is awesome. And here are some great photos here of her by the aircraft that you put in there. And I love the photos. Was there any other interesting fact you liked about her? That's pretty inspiring.
In flight schools in the U.S. wouldn't take her, so she had to learn French and go to France to get a license.
Wow. So she wasn't able to learn to fly here because they wouldn't admit her to school. And she learned a whole nother language. She must have really, really wanted to be a pilot, huh? And she overcame challenges in order to be able to do that, without a doubt, right? Cool. Well,
Olivia, that was amazing. I love the facts that you have, and I love your slides. You did a great job.
she's got her
Very
notes
nice.
there. You did a great job presenting too. So, well, I think that
And then
Emily-
we
Emily's
got
back
Emily
again.
Yeah,
Great.
Emily's having some issues, I think.
Let's see
so.
what happens. Hi, Emily.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can hear you now.
All right,
Just talk
so-
a little louder.
Hi.
There
Good
you go.
job.
All right. So you ready to tell us about Josephine Baker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to pop up some of those photos you shared. So there are some of them. And then here's one. This is my favorite, I said. Love the costume. Here's another one. And can you start telling us what you learned about Bessie Coleman?
Josephine.
Josephine Baker.
Sorry, I've got them backwards. Yes.
So Josephine Baker was a spy and a performer. As a spy, she
Oh. A spy and a performer. What more could you ask for?
I know, what a combination.
Yeah.
Well, what we may do is try to have her back on tomorrow because I want to learn more about her and let her share. So maybe we can get the kinks worked out with the technology and have her back on. Olivia, thank you so much for sharing. Is there anything else you want to add before you leave today?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So this is the sad part, but she was born and how she died is she was in this airplane with the passenger seat, and back then there wasn't roofs on airplanes, and she wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and they were up high 3,000 feet up in the air, and a wrench got stuck in the engine, and the pilot couldn't keep control, so it fell, and so it tipped over and she fell out.
Oh no, it's a tragic death, but you know what? She was doing what she loved, wasn't she? That without a doubt. So thank you for sharing that. And Emily, we're going to try it one more time, okay?
Yeah, I keep getting kicked off.
Kicked out. I know. Okay, so now, Josephine Baker, a performer and a spy.
As a spy, she supported the French resistance in World War II, and she was awarded the Rosette of Resistance. As a performer herself, her friends didn't know that she was a spy, and she refused to perform in front of segregated audiences. Oh my God. And she was the first one to have a rainbow tribe. She adopted children from all around the world.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. She sounds like an icon, a role model anyone should be proud to follow, right? Great. Well, ladies, you all did a fantastic job, and no wonder Miss Juliet picked you all. I know she had a bunch, but you all did a great job, and she wanted you all to share. So thank you for coming today and sharing and helping us learn more about these two spectacular women.
Thank you. Great job. We appreciate you coming this morning. I learned a lot. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Oh, that was amazing. I love the work that went into that, and their slides and their presentation. They really knew about the people that they had studied. And they shared so much information. I think everyone learned a lot this morning.
I do too. And I wish we had time for even more, but we have all kinds of things to do, but it's just great knowing that students are learning such a wide variety of things in their classes. So
yes.
I think it's time for your challenge now.
Okay, so my challenge this week was to try something new in the food category or something that you don't like. I've not gotten any pictures, which is sort of sad. So if you have any, that would be great. But parents, I'm trying to help you out here to help those picky eaters maybe try food they didn't like as much before. Like maybe if they didn't like broccoli, you can douse it with a little cheese or something, help them out. Or to try something brand new you've never explored before. And that's a challenge to students and adults. So that's the challenge this week, and I hope you can fulfill it.
Fantastic. Who would like to do the creed this morning?
I'll do it.
All right.
Okay, so raise your right hand. I believe I have unique gifts and talents which allow me to apply myself and achieve great things. I take pride in my attitude, my work, and my school. I make my own choices and am responsible for my own actions. I will make it a great day.
All right. Make it a great day, ladies.
Okay,
bye, everybody.
bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.